It's just a shit in life where you just go, that's what fucking men do. You just hack through a car. Boys and girls of America, this is a particularly fun one today. It's going to be a little bit different. We are not shooting anything. We are destroying things. We're just not doing it with bullets today. So this is going to be our follow-up video to footage that we more than likely put out of designing the Tomahawk with Nate. And you, of course, will know Nate from previous videos. Nate does all of our 1911 Syndicate knives for all of our clients and all that good stuff. So I hit up Nate like a month or so ago, and I was like, we need to do a hawk. And we designed it, and then today is kind of the next evolution in that design process. So, and then I'll let you take over in a sec, but basically what we did was what we designed, we sort of thought about for a couple weeks after that, and we thought, you know what, this is, frankly, I think we designed a really good camp knife. That's kind of how I look at it now. I'm like, man, we knocked it out of the park on a camp knife design, but we want something that's more battle hawk / breaching tool. And so we made some design evolutions. So why don't you run through kind of what we got?
Absolutely. So, I mean, devil's in the details. This is a tool, and there has to be features to this that lend itself to the function, and that's what it's all about. Form always follows function. The original the original Tomahawk that we were designing, the whole edge had a curve to it, going on about to here, and that's a lot better for cutting wood. However, if you're cutting through metal, you need something that pierces. So we are leading with the tip.
Tip first.
Yeah, tip first.
Just kind of a
it's good policy.
Universal rule of life, gentlemen.
And then the let's see here. Well, that's the biggest thing, more than anything else. And then some other changes to the angles, the bevels, and how stout, how sharp everything is. The big thing
I would say too, one other thing that we kicked, let me see this for a sec. One thing that we kicked around afterwards was we had two thoughts. One, being able to choke up on, I'm not going to choke up too far for what I will describe, but you know, being able to choke up and use this for, you know, whether it's you know, shaving wood or doing more fine motor skill stuff.
You choke up, and if you choke up for more control,
right,
for doing more precision type of tasks.
And we really looked at this and we're like, look, this is not a precision oriented tool, it's a blunt force tool. So instead of having that as an option, that is going to be a sharp edge. And again, today is testing day, so we may find, I mean, I expect that we'll find failure points today. That's a point of testing. So just know that we're seeing is not, it's probably pretty close to a finished product, but it's not ultimately a finished product. But this is sharp, the idea being that I could plunge / drag through, hey, whether that could be a windshield or whatever you might hit with a Tomahawk, that's up to you. So yeah, definitely change the blade profile, sharpening that edge. Other than that, blade profile is pretty similar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a, like you said today, we're testing. This isn't, you need to, there's no such thing as failure during testing. All we're trying to do is take it through some stuff to collect data. And then using that data, I'll be able to affirm that, yes, this is a good design, like a good thing, like we did it this way, or, you know, I'm gonna tweak this. And we're gonna change this because I can see from the tests, if I were to tweak that, then we get better performance.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, you know, whether it's gear channels or whatever, people shy away from showing the process. Everyone wants to show finished product and result. And I'm like, look, I honestly appreciate it when companies or whatever like take me behind the scenes and like, hey, show me the process. To me, it's actually more interesting than just like, hey, here's perfection. It's like, yeah, cool. How do we get at that point?
Yeah.
And
why
this is kind of, yeah, this is how we got
why
to
should that be? It's like, so well, yeah, this is what we got. This is where we will start. First thing I wanted to show you is that it does have a sharp edge. It's not just a crowbar in the shape of an axe.
Cool. All right, let's do some smaller tests.
All right, the first thing I wanted to point out to you is that this is not just a blunt tool. It does have an edge, and so to test things that how sharp they are, how keen the edge is, it's best to start with things that are very, very light, and they move easily. So so a sharp edge you have to have a sharp edge in order to cut things like this and have it not just tear through. So observe that it is sharp. Good. If that wasn't enough, Observe. Alright. Again. Okay. Now for the wood itself. Okay. It works. That's our baseline that can be expected from a sharp one of these. So let's see now how it works as a breaching tool.
I'm not trying to rip the windshield out right now, everyone. We're just playing around. We're just trying to get a little spider web, even though I think that's gonna spider web. I don't think that's gonna shatter, but this is not exactly a new vehicle. All right, let's start high. Okay.
Okay. Don't breathe in. Not bad.
Good little piece of data there.
That's
Because that's not a like real edge, right?
no,
That's like
just,
kind of a
that's a
in between.
Mm-hmm. That's just, it's not flat.
Here's what I'm curious about.
Yeah. No way, it's almost like a gut hook for a windshield.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Is that was gonna just hook in there and just that's just pulling whatever it's ripping. Because if you see that, I mean,
yeah,
that's a clean line.
Is we're showing that there's really only superficial scratches to the axe. It barely flattened the spike. Not enough to matter in any like significant way, I think. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Let me know when we're good.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool, because
Yeah.
I want the hot girls of America to remember this. If you get stranded on the side of the road and you see me or Nate pull up, like, we'll get you out.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get you out, and it's gonna be a square hole. Are you gonna get cut up coming through there? Yeah, probably, but like, you're gonna be good, you know?
Being stuck. Yeah. You can. We now know for a fact we can get through a windshield with this Tomahawk.
And that was really with the spike side. I mean, that
Yeah.
really was all done with a side
With the
that
more
isn't
blunt.
even really sharp.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With the blunt tool, it just has it's a wedge shape more than it is like a sharp. I wouldn't be able to cut paper with it, I don't think.
No.
But that's it's more like it's not cutting its way, it's wedging its way through.
That's cool.
And that's good because then you can save the sharp edge for something that you need a sharp edge for.
Right.
That's kind of that's the multi-feature part of this Tomahawk.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's what I want to see if we can do.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can, it will be a different approach and technique. I want to see if we can essentially do something like that on the roof.
I think we can do it.
I think we can. It's going to take a toll. Like, it's going to take a toll on that blade.
It's going to take its toll on the axe, yeah.
Like,
and we'll show what it does to the sharpness of it when we're all done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what's interesting to me. Because, like, there's certain things in this vehicle we're not supposed to hit. But if we think about this from a probability of threat standpoint, this is what we were talking about earlier. So you go, hey, if this was something that you had in your vehicle, and that could be like literally you're just, you know, average Joe civilian driving around the US or you're overseas or whatever. Hey, probably the more likely scenario is not that you're doming some dude in Kabul at night, but that, hey, someone is broken down on the side of the road or you're chopping wood or something like that. So this is a fun test to just see, hey, let's say you had to get someone out of a vehicle, hypothetically.
I don't know what gauge this sheet metal is, but I mean, it's robust. So let's see how we do. So it cuts more on the back side than it does the front side.
Really?
That's because the back side has a shallower angle than this front. Remember what I was saying, that if I had a thinner bevel back here, this side would be able to do more of the cutting. So if I was to roll it.
Got it.
So in this case, I need to drag it more. How do you like that? It's 2-ply steel. I don't know if that's what you call it, but that's what it looks like.
There's definitely 2 layers there.
Yeah.
And I mean, they look like they're the same thing.
Yeah, they're the same gauge.
Wow, that's interesting.
Let me keep opening.
Just like the windshield, it's just gonna peel back, I think.
Well, I will definitely still want to do this next one with this.
Yeah.
As kind of being like,
Yeah.
not, I mean, is it strong? Because if it's strong enough to withstand this.
Oh, that's maximum punishment. I mean, this is real deal, like pretty much maximum punishment a tool like this is gonna go through.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, could you find more crazy shit? Sure, but when the fuck are you ever gonna need it for that?
This is the greatest, like, function-based abuse test. Yeah. It's like I could go take a torch to it and see, how do you like that, Tomahawk? It's like, that's not a test. It's like, that's just destroying it. Yeah. This is to see how well it will still work given that the test is harsh.
Yep.
Okay, so we need this last line here.
Yeah, third line.
We need this third line, but I want to see how well the edge itself, because we talked about leading with this tip in case you had to do something like that with this.
Yep.
So let's check it out. Oh my God!
Wow. Oh wow. Yeah, that's like, you might have taken just the very, very tip off of it, but that's it. I mean, like, you can see it's a little dulled.
It's dulled, but that's all.
And the same thing on that. But again, that's you resharpen, put that edge back on.
Yeah. Dulling is not an issue. Breaking
yes.
is an issue.
Yeah, if this whole thing comes off, now we got a problem.
If you're getting big dents, into the blade that you cannot sharpen out, then you have something broken.
How that would, don't hit that.
Yeah,
the way that blade sliced through that sheet metal.
Cut through it.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was like, because I thought that was the solution, is just can't open that shit. Yeah. No, it's that's your put a bunch of holes and then open those holes up.
Yeah, pry them open, yeah.
Damn.
Well, we got 2 methods.
Yeah.
Maybe. let me finish this out. I want to stand in the roof. This is a
shit.
I gotta pull it back and get a closer look. Halfway. Okay.
If you're a damsel in distress, and me and Nate are driving past you and you've been in a little wreck-a-roo, we'll get you out. We'll get you out.
Using the Tomahawk.
Oof. Nasty.
Sounded good. Made me feel good to say it. Man.
It's just a shit in life where you just go, that's what fucking men do. You just hack through a car.
That was at. So, we talked about we're going to do a test and see if there's any design flaws that need to be fixed or changed.
The only thing thus far is literally the grips. I mean, I was not coming in today going, yeah, the thing that might give us issue is the grips.
All right, so the Tomahawk, haven't named it yet, has performed outstandingly well against the windshield and the roof of the truck. And just for going the extra mile, let's see how it does against the cinder block. Now, cinder block is harder than steel, so let's just see if anything. I'm checking mostly to see if anything chips, breaks off of the blade or the handle.
Damn.
Nothing. I said it.
I mean, wear and tear.
It dulls it. It dulls a little bit. Dulling is not a problem because it can be resharpened. It's if something's breaking that it's an issue, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking.
We have a winner.
Yeah, we got a winner.
We got a freaking winner. Well, you know, you got to buy it.
Yes.
Yeah, in order for you to benefit from it. That's the one thing I can't do for other people. Is you gotta buy it if you want to have it and use it. So
if people watching this thought that these were free, then you have to be more smart. But it's a good pitch, Nate.
Well, let's see how it still chops, because we have dulled the ever-loving shit out of this, but the thing is, dull's really only a problem to a certain point. Like, can it still work? If it can't work at all, then we got an issue. But even after all that abuse, let's see how it chops some wood.
I mean, it's more dull, but it
slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Still works.
Shit, son. Shit, son. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The only noticeable stuff that we were talking about, I don't think, when we were recording earlier, I mean, the only thing that really we found here as a bottleneck is the grips, and not even like the whole grip or anything. Literally
top 3 inches
from there that was going through metal and shit, and it's still on. It's not an issue of being on. It's just, hey, wood chips when it gets hit with steel.
One of the last tests we wanted to do with this is I've put a glass breaker in the bottom here. Yes, you can break glass with the rest of it, but if you want to keep this nice and sharp and not dull it up against a windshield or a roof, there's other features. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
Not bad.
No. My sticker, I feel a little bad for, but...
Was that right on the sticker?
I don't know.
I looked away to protect myself.
I
want to see how little energy it actually takes.
Yeah, they don't care if we hit the backs.
All right, so it takes a fair amount of force. You can't just tap it. But that works. And once you get it spider webbed, it's just
Easy.
It's easy. Breakaway.
All right, final thoughts. things that we didn't know going in today. Is it going to need thicker steel? That was the first thing I thought when I saw this today, is like, ooh, is this going to be too thin?
It's pretty lightweight.
There's nothing, because again, you can't tell at home, but it's very lightweight. It's very, very wieldable, and I don't think we really got any data today that suggested we need thicker steel. I mean, there was no failure point today where it's like, man, thicker steel would have been nice.
It did the job. It did all the jobs.
Yeah. I mean, the blade profile itself, frankly, there's nothing that I would desire different on the blade profile. The grip, we will have to address about 3 inches of that grip. That's just, I mean, you guys can probably see it on camera. It's just, hey, when wood goes up against steel, well, what do you think's going to happen?
This is the, this area is all coming in contact with what we're working with, whatever we're chopping. And either we need to replace it with something more durable or just remove it altogether. We'll have to brainstorm on it or draw some pictures or do something. Maybe I'll have to make another one.
Yeah, well, you're definitely gonna be making some of these things.
Yeah.
Beyond that, man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm fucking digging it.
So am I. I think this works.
Keep in mind, everyone. So this was like prototype testing day. One thing I can definitely tell you that will change is the actual finish on this. In case you're like, oh, that's cool, I wish it was in a different finish. Same, I'm with you. We actually all are. We just didn't have time to get it done for today. But this will be a different finish than this. We'll address that. Last part of the grips. I mean, beyond that, you're kind of looking at what is going to ultimately be a purchasable Hawk. So yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts?
I have no thoughts.
Yeah.
As we want to do a finish, of course. I want there to be some kind of like a finish other than just this straight steel finish. I'll have to figure something out. Yeah,
we'll play with that. But I mean, beyond that, it's been real, kids. Stay in school. Don't chop up cars unless the salvage yard gave you permission. And
big piece of it.
Yeah, get permission first. Permission is always good in life. So anyway, all right.
Safety glasses.
Yeah. Laters.
Guys, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff that you already know what to do. In terms of how you can support our channel, we try to keep this thing as free and organic and fun as possible. So we don't ask for anything other than just support our company when you need us. What is it that you do? Thanks for asking. Actually in the real estate services world, so we operate in Utah, parts of Florida, Texas, Arizona. So if you're buying, selling a house, or if you have a buddy or something like that, contact us. You can go to the website, shoot us an email, shoot us a DM on Instagram. We'll have all that stuff below. And yeah, we'll get back to you. We actually see and check messages. So thanks for the support, and we'll see you guys soon.